It's every basketball player's dream, the moment that says you're the chosen one. The number one pick isn't just a title, it's a statement. It means a franchise has put its entire future in your hands. It means millions of fans are waiting to see if you'll rise to greatness or crumble under the weight of expectation. Most number one picks become legends. LeBron James, Tim Duncan, Shaquille O'Neal. Icons who define generations and carried teams to glory. In fact, more than a quarter of all number one picks in NBA history have made the Hall of Fame. But for some, that dream turns into a nightmare. Instead of becoming franchise saviors, they become reminders that potential means nothing without performance. This is the story of those who fell from grace. The ones who had it all and lost it all. The biggest NBA draft bust of all time. Our story begins with Markelle Fultz, a player who, at one point, looked like he had everything. When the Philadelphia 76ers traded up to grab Fultz as the number one overall pick in 2017, fans thought they were getting a superstar. A 6 feet 4 inches guard with smooth jumper, elite handles, and an ability to score from anywhere. He was supposed to be the final piece of the process, the perfect partner to Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. But then something bizarre happened. Almost overnight, Markelle Fultz forgot how to shoot. The same jump shot that made him the top prospect suddenly vanished. His form broke down. His confidence shattered. He started hesitating on open looks, and even his free throws looked painful to watch. At first, everyone thought it was just a rookie slump. Then whispers started about a mysterious shoulder injury, or maybe something mental. No one knew for sure. But what they did know was that Philadelphia had made a mistake. After just 33 games across 2 seasons, the Sixers gave up and traded Fultz for next to nothing. To his credit, he rebuilt himself in Orlando, now a solid player, averaging respectable numbers. But when you're drafted before Jason Tatum, De'Aaron Fox, and Donovan Mitchell, being solid isn't enough. Fultz was supposed to be great. But if you think that fall was painful, wait until you hear about Kent Benson, the man who got knocked out in his very first NBA game. It was 1977. Benson, a 6 feet 11 inches center from Indiana, had just been drafted first overall by the Milwaukee Bucks. He was the golden boy, a national champion, a college hero, and the man expected to bring Milwaukee back to relevance. But just 3 minutes into his debut, his dream career turned into a nightmare. Benson elbowed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a mistake he'd never forget. Kareem, usually calm and composed, lost his cool. He turned and hit Benson in the face, a right hook that sent the rookie to the floor and broke Kareem's hand. And just like that, the defining moment of Benson's career was getting punched out by a legend. From there, his career was nothing but average. 9 points, 5 rebounds per game, bouncing between teams. Not terrible, but not what anyone expected from the number one pick. Especially when you remember Milwaukee could have had Bernard King, a future Hall of Famer. Joe Smith had the talent, the body, the numbers, but not the legacy. Coming out of Maryland in 1995, he was seen as the next great power forward. The Golden State Warriors thought they'd found their franchise cornerstone. Instead, they got a journeyman. Over 16 seasons, Joe Smith played for 12 teams. Never dominant, never disastrous, just average. 10 points, 6 rebounds a game, respectable stats, but nothing special. In the end, he became more famous for how many jerseys he wore than for anything he did on the court. When well-traveled becomes your reputation, you didn't live up to the hype. Next up, Purvis Ellison, or his fans came to call him. Out of service Purvis, a national champion and the NCAA's most outstanding player, Ellison looked like a sure thing when the Kings drafted him number 1 in 1989. But from the very beginning, injuries destroyed his potential. He played only 34 games his rookie year before Sacramento gave up. The Washington Bullets took a chance, and for one brief season, it seemed worth it. 20 points, 11 rebounds a night. But it didn't last. His body betrayed him again. Ellison's story became one of constant setbacks, a reminder that sometimes it doesn't matter how much talent you have. If your body can't handle the grind, you never stand a chance. Then came Andrea Bargnani, the first European player ever taken number 1 overall. Toronto fans were promised the next Dirk Nowitzki. Instead, they got, well, a 7-footer who refused to rebound. Bargnani could score. No question. He had a sweet stroke from deep and could light up defenders on the right night. But beyond scoring, nothing. Defense? Non-existent. Rebounding? Embarrassing. Physicality? Avoided like the plague. After 10 seasons, Bargnani averaged 14 points and just 4 rebounds. And Raptors fans couldn't wait to move on. When the best thing about your career is being the first European #1 pick, it's safe to say it didn't go as planned. But even Bargnani looked like a superstar compared to LaRue Martin. In 1972, the Portland Trail Blazers had the #1 pick. They could have chosen Julius Erving or Bob McAdoo. Instead, they picked Martin, a decent college player no one expected to go that high. And the result was predictably disastrous. He lasted 4 seasons, averaged 5 points, 4 rebounds, gone by 1976. Meanwhile, McAdoo won MVP and 2 championships. Portland made one of the biggest mistakes in draft history, and it wouldn't be their last. Because in 2007, they did it again. The choice was between Greg Oden and Kevin Durant, a dominant big man or a scoring prodigy. They chose Oden, and on paper it made sense. Until his knees gave out before his career even started. Oden missed his entire rookie season. Then came surgery after surgery, setback after setback. He played just 105 games in total, flashes of greatness, but nothing more. Meanwhile, Kevin Durant became an MVP, a champion, and one of the best scorers of all time. For Portland fans, it was déjà vu, another painful what-if to add to the list. Greg Oden wasn't a bad player. He was just broken, a victim of a body that couldn't handle the dream. Then there was Michael Olowokandi, the Los Angeles Clippers' great mistake of 1998. A 7-foot center with athletic potential, drafted first overall despite only picking up basketball a few years earlier. And it showed. He had the body but none of the skill. Bad footwork, poor touch, no feel for the game. 9 seasons, 8 points, 6 rebounds per game, and a reputation as one of the worst #1 picks ever. The Clippers could have had Dirk Nowitzki, Paul Pierce, or Vince Carter. But instead, they drafted a project that never worked. Kwame Brown's story is different. Because he wasn't just a bust, he was broken by expectations. In 2001, he made history as the first high school player ever drafted #1 overall. The Washington Wizards saw him as the future, a raw, athletic center who could be molded into a star. But then came Michael Jordan. MJ came out of retirement to play for the Wizards, and he had zero patience. From day one, he tore Kwame down, called him soft, questioned his heart, destroyed his confidence. Kwame never recovered. He played 12 years, bounced from team to team, and became the poster child for draft busts. 6 points, 5 rebounds per game, and a lifetime of ridicule. The saddest part, he wasn't talentless. He just never got the chance to grow. But even Kwame lasted longer than Anthony Bennett, the player who became the definition of a draft bust. The Cleveland Cavaliers shocked everyone by picking Bennett first overall. He wasn't projected top 5. He wasn't ready. And it showed. He missed his first 15 shots in the NBA, went scoreless for 4 straight games. By the end of his rookie season, he was averaging 4 points a game, the worst ever for a top pick. Cleveland gave up after 1 year. He was traded, waived, forgotten. 4 years later, he was out of the league entirely. And the worst part? That same draft produced Giannis Antetokounmpo, a 2-time MVP, an NBA champion, and one of the greatest of his generation. The Cavs could have had him, but instead, they got Anthony Bennett. And finally, a bonus name, one who isn't a bust, but a massive disappointment, Ben Simmons. When he entered the league, he was called the next LeBron. A 6 feet 10 inches playmaker with vision, speed, and elite defense. He had everything, except the courage to shoot. For years, fans and coaches begged him to develop a jumper. He refused, and slowly the league passed him by. What was once potential greatness became a tragic story of wasted talent. Ben Simmons isn't done yet, but his decline is a warning that greatness takes more than skill. It takes heart, because that's what all these stories have in common. Markelle Fultz, Greg Oden, Kwame Brown, Anthony Bennett, all of them were chosen as the one. But in the NBA, talent is only half the battle. Pressure, injuries, fear, bad luck, they all play their part. Being drafted first overall doesn't make you a legend. It just gives you the chance to prove you can handle what comes next. Some rise to the occasion. Others collapse under the weight of expectation. And that's what makes this list so haunting. It's not just about failure. It's about potential loss forever. So, who do you think was the biggest draft bust in NBA history? Was it Anthony Bennett, Greg Oden, or maybe someone else entirely? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love stories about the rise and fall of basketball's biggest names, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Because the next story might just change the way you see greatness.